Well, when you open a folder, it displays the contents of that folder in a window. And we've already talked about some of the items that exist in Windows. Let's just review that real quickly. You've got a close box, a minimize box, and a zoom box, a title bar across the top, and this is a toolbar. We'll talk about these. There is a sidebar down the side of most windows, and that may contain a scroll bar in the event that there is more contents in the sidebar or even in a window. Sometimes you'll get scroll bars not just across the bottom of a window, but sometimes down the side. If you had a lot of items in a window, you'd have to be scrolling through those. You can move windows around on the screen by grabbing the title bar, and sometimes just on the edges too, you can grab and resize things. The bottom here. Most of these areas are live. You can grab them, click and hold with them on your mouse, and slide windows around. Why would you want to slide or resize a window? Sometimes you'll have more than one window open. So let's say I have two windows open. Well, I want to position these on my screen so that I can work with them a little better. Now I have the contents of two windows, and I can copy something from one window to another window just by dragging it. You can also duplicate things. There's a lot of power in organization as you have these file folders opened up into Windows. It'll help you with your organization. Let's go back to kind of a zero state here. I'm going to reopen my My Stuff folder and continue talking a little bit more about some of the items in this window. You notice up here, these little chevrons to the right top of the window on the toolbar up there indicate that there are more items missing from this window. And as you stretch this out, you'll see that they pop onto the screen and the chevrons go away. So that's kind of like the items in a pop-out menu in a window. It's indicating that there's more information in regards to this window that's available. Let's talk about the toolbar across the top for just a minute. This is customizable, by the way. You can add whatever features that you'd like in the toolbar by going to the View menu and choosing Customize Toolbar. This is a sheet that dropped down out of this window. Let me do that again. View, Customize Toolbar. You see how that sheet drops down out of that window? And that sheet, by the way, travels with the window so that it doesn't get associated with some other window or get you confused about what's going on. You can drag your favorite items into the toolbar. So for example, if I wanted maybe a little more space between share and edit tags, I could drag a flex space up here. This is just so I can customize the way that my toolbar looks. If you get really confused and you don't know what you've done, you can just drag the default toolbar up and it will replace anything that you've done. So the toolbars are customizable. You can also show either just the icon in a toolbar or maybe just the text. Maybe that's the way you like your windows. These are all just preferences, by the way. You don't have to do it any certain way. That's kind of what the appeal of a Mac is that you can customize things so radically. You can do all sorts of stuff with them. So this is a window, and of course a window depicts the contents of a folder. Well, there's some icons here. Let's talk about these. This icon represents just the icon view. Just little boxes. That's the icon view. This is a list view. When you click this, you will see the contents of this folder in a list. This list may be sorted by name, forward or backward. One click is alphabetical. The second click on this name column is reverse alphabetical. Let's say I wanted to sort it by date modified. I could do it like this. I just click on the column that I want to sort by. These columns, by the way, are adjustable in size. You can sort by kind, you can sort by size. Any way you want to sort your file folder, your filing system, you just click on a column heading, and that's how the column and all of the contents of the window will be sorted. Right? This is really important because it's used throughout the entire operating system. This column sort little technique. This is the column view. The column view. I like this. This is probably my favorite view in looking at things in my computer. We know that this folder called My Stuff is sitting out here on my desktop. That's the area that we've talked about out here, the main part of the screen that you're looking at. So this folder is on the desktop. The next trail of breadcrumbs we left behind is to the folder itself, and then inside that are other folders that you can go into, and there may be documents in here or even other folders. But where is this folder? If I'm looking at this in the column view, where am I in the hierarchy? This creation that I made has gone mad. It's wild. Where am I? What is the trail of breadcrumbs? Well, just sort yourself out just a little bit. You're in Finances, then go backward to My Stuff, to Desktop. So there's a nice trail of breadcrumbs that you've left, and the birds won't come and eat this one up. You'll be safe, and it tells you where things are on your hard drive. This last view of the windows is called the cover flow view. And there's not a lot to see here. We'll look at this later when there's actually some things in this folder. It's pretty cool. When you have a folder that you've opened, you can arrange things with this icon by all of the items we've already talked about, or as I've already mentioned, clicking on the column headings. This little gear icon is kind of a shortcut to some of the common items that you do in the Finder, like create a new folder, open a folder in a new tab, get some information about something. It is a pop-up menu. We will be talking about all these in later lessons. There are some share icons. It's gray. Why is it gray? Because it's not viable right now, remember? If we select something, that does become viable. All right. If you'd like to edit a tag associated with a folder, what's a tag? A tag is a color assigned to that folder, a dot. You can even give them names if you want to. You can highlight things, add multiple tags. Again, this is just there so that you can organize your stuff. Sometimes we throw little tags up on folders, don't we, to color code them. So that's what the tagging system is all about. It's just another opportunity to organize your stuff. Finally, in a window is a search box. Conveniently located in every Finder window, there's a way that you can search for items that you may have misplaced on your hard drive, and we'll talk about this later also. So that's the anatomy of a window. Next, let's talk about this last item in our 4 items, the dock.